What's going on, guys? PlotArmorCards in the house, and it looks like we're going to be getting some new Tearalaments support, and hopefully you guys are as excited about this archetype as I am, because I really want to test this out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So looks like the first card is going to be a fusion monster, Tearalaments Lulu Karos. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Level 8 water aqua fusion effect monster, 3000 attack, 2500 defense. Not bad. It takes Tearalement. I know this card. I kind of suck at pronouncing it. However, it is one of the fusion monsters for this archetype, so it's just something to consider. You need to have the fusion monster on the field. +1 Tearalaments monster. Not bad. Next, you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1, your other aqua monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. That's not bad at all, because most of the time you want them to be destroyed by a card effect, right? So you give them a little bit of protection. That's pretty good. I like that effect. Secondly, when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes special summoning a monster or monster's quick effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card. Then send 1 Tearalaments card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. That's pretty good. 1 for the negation effect, and secondly for the sending cards effect. That's pretty good. And then thirdly, this fusion summon card, if this fusion summon card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can special summon this card. So you essentially could use its effect to send itself to the grave, and then since it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, special summon it. However, keep in mind it is once per turn. So this is pretty good. This is a pretty good card. Secondly, we got Tearalaments Grief. It's a normal spell card. You can only use 1 of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn. Okay, so you can only use 1. Special summon 1 Tearalaments monster or 1 Visa Starfrost from your deck or graveyard, and if you do, send 1 monster you control with the same or type or attribute to the grave, which isn't bad actually, because it lets you either search and summon or just revive, which is pretty good. And for cost, you have to send 1 you control with the same type or attribute, and that's or, not and. So it gives you some variety with that. However, the second part where you have to send 1, it has the potential to pop off other combos, so that's pretty good as well. Secondly, if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 of your banished Tearalaments traps, add it to your hand. So a lot of the normal monsters for this deck are like, if they're summoned, or a quick effect if they're summoned, or whatever the situation is, you can dump 3 off the top of your deck. So this is a decent effect, I would say. At least they're making it so that even if you don't have the ability to use this right away, if it gets dumped to the grave, it has an effect that can be useful. So I think that's pretty good. Next, we're looking at Tearalaments Heartbeats, and it is a quick play card. You can only use 1 of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn. 1, you can target 1 spell or trap card on the field, shuffle it into the deck, then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. If you control Visa Starfrost activation, you can target 2 spells and traps instead. That's not bad. Actually, that's not too bad. One thing you have to kind of, you might have to worry about is if your opponent can chain that said spell or trap. Does it say face up? Nope, 1 spell or trap on the field. Okay, you can essentially use your own if you really wanted to. It just says 1 on the field, so you could do your own, you could do your opponent's. It's just something to think about. And then secondly, if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, which as we discussed before, there's ample potential from this just to be dumped straight from the deck to the grave, you can target 1 Tearalaments trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Okay, interesting. And then lastly, we got Tearalaments Scream. It is a continuous spell card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If a monster or monsters is normal or special summoned while you control a Tearalaments monster or Visa Starfrost, you can send the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so we have another Miller. Okay. Also, all face-up monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack for the rest of this turn. Okay, interesting. So this is probably the good one. This is the effect that you're looking to pop off. This is just an added bonus. So this is not bad. Your opponent losing 500 attack. In some situations, I could definitely see it helping out. But this is probably the main thing you're looking at, right? So if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add 1 Tearalaments trap from your deck to your hand. Not bad. So these all, basically, if they're sent to the graveyard, recycle their traps in some way, shape, or form. And then if they are played, they all have various effects. I think these cards are really good. Definitely worth trying out, testing in this deck, for sure. I'm not going to make any comment on the archetype. I think it has potential to be like tier 1, tier 0, like people say, but I haven't tested it myself yet, so I am going to reserve judgment. However, I am very excited about these cards coming out, and for sure I will be testing this soon. So anyways, guys, this is PlotArmorCards signing out for the day. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe, and oh my goodness, look at the time.
It's time to